wire. See, you see how when you use it up, you can see right here how it's like decreasing, and you see the coil icon kind of decreasing at the same time. So when you connect it, you can use connectors to connect from one house. Use connectors to connect other wires to each other to make it easier for you to power up. And also, you see that when you power it up, the window gets lighter and lighter and lighter until it's fully powered, and it shows you the score panel again.
So also at the bottom we show hints so that the player won't get lost playing the game. What do I do now? It gives hints, it tells you exactly what you should be doing. And this is very important because throughout the levels we do it progressively so that the player learns more and more. It teaches them a new skill, like the splitters. And it shows them, and it shows them how to do house-to-house connections and how to make their techniques more effective overall.
Yeah, and also we have the time, so it times you. So maybe you can beat your friend or try to beat that time. And when something hits you, you can see that the water wheel it deteriorates at slowly. So the first one kind of messes it up, and the last one destroys it. So then you would have to re-put the generator to put the water wheel again.
Let's skip the levels here.
So it's just like right here, he bought the new generator. He thought, oh yeah, new generator is much faster, much powerful, then better. New technology is better for powering up technology. So, and this one, you connect to the new generator, and when you connected it, you can see the oil kind of coming from it, from the generator. So, and you connecting all the houses together, so you're like, oh wow, this actually works faster and it's much powerful than the old one. So this is amazing, awesome. So it takes this time, you know, to level for the houses to power up each by bits. House is powered up first, and when your water wheel gets destroyed, it slowly the house is slowly powered down. So you see the light going down until it's completely gone. Then you would have to repower the houses to give it energy again.
So should we just skip on?
Yeah.
So we're going to try to move it along and we take it to the later on.
See, in this one, as David said, the newer generator, as if it was powerful, sure, and it was much powerful and faster, but it just messed up the environment. Everything's just plain, dull, and unappealing to look at. And we chose a dam instead of the water wheel because dams have a negative and positive effect. See, it brings out clean water here, but the negative effect is like building up like pollution, like debris, dead fish, you name it. It's not a good thing too. It could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. And also the newer buildings, apartments, they level up too. And they're kind of cool because they're neon, kind of like how Japan is. It's very colorful, brightful. So that's pretty cool.
Alright, so should we just...
Yeah, so now to the final.
The final level.
I'm giving away some of the code if you want to see. Yeah, right there.
So this is the cutscene here.
What I wanted to do for this part is the introductory comic is in the same style. Some of the same words even that were used in the beginning. Except in the beginning, he was fighting to solve a problem that just happened, you know, an earthquake. But now he's researching to solve a problem that he caused. So that's the irony. That he was working to make a better tomorrow for his village and for his nation, but he ends up destroying it, and now he has to save it from something he created. So that connects to our theme, where we say that we have to use technology, but sometimes we have to know when to use it, when not to use it, and what kinds of technology as well. So we have to consider how is this hurting the environment? How is this, you know, helping the people? We have to try to get as much positive as possible. So here, the final level, what he does is he returns back to the generator he started off with. It's not as powerful as the other one, but it's the one that creates the Japan he actually wanted and that we want. And that's the goal of the game, to save Japan.
Well, in this one, you can. It's much harder because we made it so that the wire is shorter, so you would have to place it at a certain point alongside of the river. Because if you don't, the length of the wire, you won't have enough. So you're gonna be like, you won't have enough to power. So you might have like, you might power all these houses right here, but you might have like no wire left to power up the rest of the houses. So you have to really think about the length of the wire and how you can maybe power up the houses in a different way so that you'll have enough wire to power up all the houses at the same time. All right, so this is our electro game.
Right.
So those are, each level design was basically designed so that the player thinks about new ways and how he places a generator. He thinks constantly because everything changes. The scenario changes. Maybe you have a tree blocking a part of the river alongside. Like maybe a house is like on this side of the alongside of the river, so you won't be able to place it there. And you have like houses, so you'd be like, oh man, that would have been shorter just to do that. But since that tree is blocking that part of the river, I can't. So I'm gonna have to figure out a new way to, place the generator in the river and connect all the houses. So that's pretty cool about the game.
That's the puzzle aspect of the game coming in. Something that we've learned from games like classics, like for example, games like retro games like Mega Man, things like that, where you learn how to play just by playing, because the level teaches you how to play. So that's fundamental in games, that you don't have to be told all the time. This is how you do this. Why don't you just learn naturally? Because that's life. You learn by living. So that's what we wanted to do. Next slide. Visit programming.
Programming wise, that's like all the classes, the states, everything that basically we had to do, the algorithmic thinking that Andrew had to do, the framework that he had to do, the states that he had to do, classes, and I'm thinking that pretty much the algorithmic thinking in this game was probably hard for you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I had it set up so that all levels could be designed right at the end, so that you could only spend like 10 lines of code at the very end designing a new level. And the framework is really what took a lot of the time.
Yeah. So yeah.
So this is just the last ending part of our game. So going back to our theme of our game is sometimes solving world's toughest problems with technology isn't a good way. Sometimes isn't. You can't use better technology. Sometimes it's better just to use the old stuff, old technologies. Like nuclear, that's probably a good source of energy. But sometimes if you mess with it too much, it'll cause harmful stuff to the environment. Like what happened in Japan. Sure, it was helping out Japan, but once it broke and polluted all the river, it was hard to get rid of.
Now, the future of the game, we plan on doing things later. We plan on maybe putting it on the Windows 8 Marketplace, so that's going to be pretty cool. In terms of our message of the game, we went over how we take the Magic Cup theme, which is great, using tech to solve the world's toughest problems. But what we want to do is make sure
Time's up.
using wise. Thank you.
So thank you guys. We are Digital Affinity Innovation for a New Generation.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Judges, questions?
Okay. You guys mentioned maybe putting it on the Windows 8 Marketplace. Pretty smart idea.
Yeah.
How now the game, as I saw you play it, was pretty kind of point and clicky, pretty mouse driven.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you thought about it, but how do you think you would incorporate touch to make the game how would you incorporate touch to make the game sort of more fun and more engaging?
So basically, our thought was we could have a touch, click and drag, the whole mouse click and drag thing. That would be a perfect touch motion. That'd be a perfect mechanic for touch, and the whole moving the